Hey, this is JP with Central Idaho Mountain Weather. It is January 27th, 2025. Looking at Savior's Peak, highest mountain in the Smokies. And if you're still enjoying this broadcast, we ask you to do a one-time donation, or even better, sign up for that monthly subscription. And looking at the next couple days, we are going to be in more high pressure, sunny skies, northeast flow. Both the mountains and the valleys will be in the lower 30s today, the mid 30s tomorrow, getting a little warmer as that high pressure sits overhead Wednesday and Thursday. And then the ridge finally breaks down. After about 3 weeks of high pressure, moisture is finally on its way this weekend. Looking at morning temperatures, it's about 10 degrees down in Haley, about negative 15 up in Stanley, and the mountains are sitting in the low 20s. Looking at the water vapor map this morning, give you a little bit more color on the map. We got high pressure overhead. There's that little closed low over Southern California right now, and this big old ridge still overhead, blocking any moisture from coming in towards our area until the weekend. Looking ahead, we have a risk of slight risk of heavy snow. You can see we just make it in there, but bigger risk for Oregon and Washington, and that's because there's a weak atmospheric river that's in the forecast for hitting Saturday, Sunday, that we might be able to get some moisture out of that. So it's been kind of bouncing in between an AR1 and an AR3 in places. So as the models kind of get better agreement over the days, we'll be able to see what comes from that. This is looking at one model, the GFS. Play this in motion here. Hopefully, there we go. All right, so you can see that line of moisture coming up from Hawaii, which is really good for giving us some warm, moist air that we've been really lacking the last 3 weeks. So this thing, the GFS is running at this thing coming just slightly south of us, which will actually be good. It'll keep the temperatures colder, because there's a little bit of model disagreement for what happens Saturday night into Sunday. So you can see that GFS just keeps that tracking just to the south of us. If we go down to the Euro for the same time frame, it keeps it to the north, and that's going to allow warmer air to come in and more chance of rain. So looking at a different map, GFS is on the top here. You can see this green line, this area here. Let me see if I'm looking at that right. This is kind of right around where the valley floor is. So if all these lines stay south of that, below that, we will be looking good for having snow on the valley floor and no rain. Even the Euro is saying it's going to be a warmer storm, but it's still, until the very end, it wouldn't jump, and that's kind of I don't know. That's an outlier right now, so we'll just have to see if these models come in better alignment over the future days. We're still a little ways out. But by Sunday afternoon, this is the NBM model, National Blend of Models, looking at how much snow we might be getting in the area. So in the valley floors, not as much, maybe up to 3 inches of snow. Baldy's in the 6 to 8 range. Pioneers are approaching 10 inches. Bogus Basin is, let's see, I'll have to pull up the MBM for that, but it's looking like around 6 inches. Probably a lot of moisture, I would imagine, with this warmer storm. And then up towards Galena Pass, we're looking at getting over a foot of snow by Sunday, just over a foot. The Sawtooth crest is looking like 2 feet of snow, with less as you go towards the valley floor. And looking at the water, to move this up to the same time frame. All right, water percentages. This is looking less than what I was looking at before, but it looks like we're at 0.3 in the valley floor, and then approaching 0.6, 0.7 in the mountains. And then the Sawtooths are looking like a healthy inch. All right. And then I'm looking at point forecast for down in Haley. So by the end of the weekend, looking like we're picking up a couple inches. So just an inch or two a day. Nothing crazy with that. And this is kind of going to be a slow loading storm, it looks like, over the 2 days, picking up close to a foot at Galena Summit by Sunday. Bench Lakes by Sunday, picking up about the same, but a lot more water with that. And then Sun Valley picking up maybe 6 inches of pretty moist water or snow. And sorry, I'm fluttering at the end here. Let's get Bogus Basin on here and see how much we're going to be getting there. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be about 8 inches with a lot of water. So it's going to be pretty high snow water equivalent, pretty wet snow. But that's good. We haven't seen any snow in quite a bit of time, and those temperatures can change from now to the storm. Hopefully it stays a little bit colder than that. Other than that, it'll stick pretty well to the surfaces out there.